Morning musings in this tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. It is cloudy and windy and not too cold. It's not too bad. And I am here in this bright little studio, happy as a clam. And one of the reasons why I am so excited today is because today I have finished all of the filming for my mini course that is coming up on color mixing. And I'm really excited about that and happy because I'm getting better at this tech stuff, editing videos, and I feel more comfortable and it's getting quick. So yeah, old dogs can learn new tricks. Indeed, we can. So I'm excited about that. And the other thing on my mind today is about forgiveness. And I've struggled a lot with the whole idea of forgiveness and what it means, and trying to understand it, because my ego side is like, what? I'm going to ask you for forgiveness? I'm going to ask you, like, who are you? You know, are you some God or some this or some that? Some divine power that, of course, that's ego talking. But, I actually really held on to that idea for many, most of my life years. And not that I didn't ever say, I'm sorry and forgive me, like if I really messed up. Good morning, Corby. Nice to have you. Thank you very much. It is about it's about something else, and I'm really just beginning to understand what that is. I think I've mentioned many times how when I don't understand something, I will dive into it consciously, with effort. Hello, brazen hearted. Happy Friday to you as well. I will dive into it. I will move forward with it so that I can understand it. Because if I don't actually act on it, I'll never get the experience. It's like with this whole online thing. If I don't actually act on making videos, making the mistakes, uploading them, being 51% good enough, I won't ever understand it. So I did the same thing with the whole forgiveness thing. and it's been quite a journey. And recently I needed to ask forgiveness for something I said. And here's the difference, okay? I have understood that the whole point of asking forgiveness is about releasing the clutches of our personal little egos. And I'm not against the ego at all. I love my little ego because she's the one that gets me through the days, feeds me, does all these things so that I'm able to be in here creating these things and giving the better part of me. If I haven't got my ego, I can't do that. And so I just kind of understood that when I ask forgiveness, it's not bowing down to somebody else. It's about letting go of my ego. It's about letting go of the clutches and the holds that my ego has. So again, it's taking a breath and coming to the center, coming to your heart, and just letting go of all that clutching, pulling yourself out, become the fly on the wall, and look what's going on. So sometimes you can ask forgiveness directly to a person when needed. Many times, that's not necessary. The act of asking forgiveness of yourself, your higher mind, your better self, your whatever you want to call it, it's letting go of the ego and saying, I messed up there. Okay, I messed up. I'm asking forgiveness for that within me. I don't need to speak it out to the world. And I sometimes you need to, obviously. Sometimes you really need to fess up and, just really put your ego on the side because you missed your mark. You missed it. You wanted to go there and you went there. Maybe you turned around and went completely the other way. Sometimes we do that as well. And it's a realignment. That's what asking forgiveness means to me today. It's realigning with this center creative channel, which is the same channel that our creativity comes into. Perhaps we are simply that creativity. Perhaps that is all that we are. Everything that we are is this creative channel. And it's when you hold on to something that you should ask forgiveness for, whether that's just within you, letting go of and saying, okay, I messed up there, I missed my mark. It is clearing out blockages. You are decluttering all the junk that's going on in yourself, in this channel, in your life. Just, get rid of those old clothes that you never wear anymore. Just chuck it out. Those thoughts, old clothes, old thoughts, old beliefs, let them go. They'll still show up because a lot of what we think and believe is just simply our habits of how we think and believe about ourselves, about others, about our lives. Get in there and kind of clean out your tiny little studios. Just get rid of all the extra stuff and keep your limited palette. You don't need all the other colors. It's just extra. Stick with your limited palette and work from there. Cleanse it out, and then you can begin to add back the certain things, thoughts, beliefs, your contemplations, whatever, practices. That's another good one. You begin to bring the things back into your life, and you'll know why they're there. They're not just there because because that's just what you learned from others. They're there because you want them there. So I don't know. The whole forgiveness thing has a new light in my life, a new belief, a new way of thinking about it. So I did the practice of releasing the ego part and asking forgiveness and taking part in seeing and feeling everything that happened, the release, that ego that's, wanted to clutch on, just kind of said, okay, I guess we don't need that. I guess that wasn't really a bad thing. Or I guess I don't need to latch on to the fear that I did a really bad thing. And just kind of let go. And whoof, poof, gone. Yeah, life is beautiful on this little tiny Greek island. So much is happening in this little tiny studio, and it's so exciting. Life is so exciting and so beautiful. And it gets beautiful even when, everything that happens in your outer world is the same thing over and over and over. Because it's not about what's going on in the outer world, is it? It's how you are perceiving yourself in this moment in your world. So open up to your creativity, open that space up, get rid of some of those, habitual beliefs. Ask forgiveness. See what it means to you and how it affects you. Can you bring it into, can you feel the ego clutch hanging on? Like, ooh, well, he said this or he said that and, it bothered me and it was wrong. Maybe it was, yeah. But that's not the part about asking forgiveness that's important. The important thing is what's going on in here. Are you able to let go of the clutches of the ego and embody your higher self, your better self? I don't know if it's a higher self or what it is exactly, but it is my better version of me. And I want to go there to that version of me. And I don't want to be in my ego. I don't want my ego to run the show. My ego should not be driving the car. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting morning. So I'm going back. I'm going to start doing the demo, the last part of my mini course. Well, I will be showing how to, thank you, Corby. Thank you, Corby. I appreciate that. Showing how the great versatility of the primary limited palette, that just get back to basics. Just get back to basics. Let go. You don't have to get rid of them completely. Just push them aside for a while and create some space. Ooh, that's all I need is a limited palette to paint anything. Do it a couple of times. Let go of all the other stuff. Get back to the basics. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've got lots of things on my mind. I'm just on this up level and having some great thoughts. Thank you, Brazen. You have some deep thoughts on my tiny Greek island. Yes. Yep. Wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you, Brazen and Corby, for being here with me. I know it's the middle of the night for you in the States. Corby, you and I are on the European side, so it's a beautiful morning. Wishing you just a lovely day, and I will be here again tomorrow. All right, that's it. Off to the races.